Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Monday, April 4th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. On Mondays, we talk about what the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, talked about on his Ask Me Anything last week. And let's get right into the questions. The first one, what are you most excited about for Instagram this year? Here's his answer.
Nothing I can announce yet, but there are a few opportunities I see to significantly simplify Instagram that I'm particularly excited about. So hopefully we will get to share those with the world later on this year.
I would say that simplification definitely refers to the video parts of the app. There's so many different ways that you can post videos still, even though it has been simplified to a certain extent. Videos that you post from using the Instagram Creator Studio are not Reels. They're feed videos that are not Reels. What is the point of that? You share Reels videos to your feed, so wouldn't they be the same thing? Well, they're not, just to make life more confusing. So hopefully that's something Instagram simplifies for us very soon. Next question, it's a short one. Pin post, that's it. They're really saying in this question, here's an idea. You should be able to pin a post to the top of your feed like you can do on Twitter. We do have story highlights. I'm personally not a fan of story highlights at all. I don't use them. I don't watch other people's story highlights. I don't care that much because I very rarely see good ones, but pinning a post would be referring to pinning a feed post, maybe your favorite one, the one that got the most engagement, a good feed post that shows here's who you are. Here's his answer to that.
I like the idea of being able to pin a photo or video. There are a couple other ideas in that space around profile customization that we're currently exploring. So hopefully we will have more to share soon.
I think it's a really good idea to be able to offer people an opportunity to feature a certain feed post or a certain reel. Sometimes I post my reels to my stories and then add them to my story highlights, so this way people can go back and watch my favorite reels that I've made, but I don't know that anyone actually watches those, so this is a much better idea. The next clip I'm going to play is in response to a post that Adam Mosseri made last week on his Ask Me Anything that we talked about extensively, saying that hashtags really don't help you get as much reach anymore, and it's more about Instagram being able to categorize what your post is about based on your hashtags. I shared an audio clip of Matthew Pierce from the hashtag Slayer app giving a response to that, but Adam Mosseri gives a little more context in this answer. The question, why is Meta saying hashtags are important when you said they don't matter? Great question and spot on. Here's the response.
I'm not sure who you're speaking to, but to clarify, I'm not saying that hashtags don't matter. I'm saying that they're not going to meaningfully change the amount of reach you get when you post. So if you expect a night and day difference, you're going to be disappointed, but feel free to use them because they can help on the margin.
Okay, not too much more to say about that other than I think with an app like hashtag Slayer app, you actually can get much more reach than you previously did. I've seen it myself. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. All right, the last question we're going to talk about, which type of content actually works on Instagram? You already know the answer. It has to be content that is entertaining, engaging, and educational in that order. Entertaining is going to always win 99 times out of 100. On the flip side, if you're asking what type of content in terms of format, I think you know that the answer is Reels right now. Here's his answer.
So there is no silver bullet, unfortunately. Everyone's audience prefers things slightly differently. But in general, more authentic content does better. Videos tend to do better. But my big advice is to experiment. Try things and see what works for your followers.
Okay, that's going to do it for today's show. Come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Instagram guide that they just published. It's 8 pages titled Grow and Scale Your Small Business. It's a PDF guide. I'm going to share the highlights of that. And also, Instagram just released some new in-app editing tools for Reels. We'll be talking about that as well, so be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.
Thanks so much for listening all the way to the end of the episode. If you could do me a favor, if you have never left a review of this show, maybe you've been listening for weeks, months, years, some of you send me messages and say, hey, I have never missed an episode, which I really, really appreciate. That does mean a lot. If you could do me a favor, go on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and leave a review of this show. That would help other people to find the show, and that's really the best way to say thank you. If you need a link to get there, there's one in the show notes, so you can just tap on the show notes and go directly to Apple Music or Apple Podcasts in order to leave that review.